Welcome ladies and gentlemen, this is Zero from TechDragon.info, and today we are going to take a look at the Super Pershing once again. And an additional note, the test server has been taken offline for the second iteration, or iteration, whatever it's called, coming there soon, so I'm gonna have to wait for that to come back. I was busy today doing some armor tests on Super Pershing, and I wanted to finish it up, but they closed down the server. So I did not manage to do all the tests I wanted to do. But I think I did about 7 games in the Super Pershing to, get a reasonable feel for it. And I also watched Jingles' video today. Yes, I do watch Jingles. Awesome YouTuber, by the way. So good job, Jingles, keep going. But I think he made a couple of mistakes in his video. And he doesn't do it very often, but the thing is, he was saying that the Super Pershing was basically shit now. And he was mostly basing this on the Tiger. He came across the Tiger 1 and that was shooting him in his upper plate. And as you can see, I'm bouncing like crazy here. Wow, why won't my camera go to? There we go. Okay. He was looking at shots at the upper plate above the line of the that line above the gun, machine gun port. And over there, it's only single. I don't know if you can see it. No, that's too far. Get any angle on it? Not really. Not here. Well, you can just barely see it. That plate down there. That is right at the level of the machine gun port, and he was getting penetrated above the line of the machine gun port, so he was looking at something that is already weak, and he was being shot at with premium ammo, APCR ammo, and on top of that it was in the single spaced armor, so he was being shot at by 250 pen at the weakest part of the spaced armor. But the thing is that he did not take into consideration that point you can already pen, as I showed it, or talked about in my previous video about the Super Pershing, with 223 penetration, the single plate. So he was getting shot at by something that has about 25 more penetration than that, and complaining that the tank was ruined and basically saying that it was shit now. But it could already be penetrated on the live server, so nothing changed in that aspect. I've yet to do some tests with the roughly 250 pen going through the double-spaced armor and penning the actual armor, but I did not get a chance to test that out on the test server here and on the live server, so I'm still gonna have to try at some point to get that testing in, and I will have to do that in a separate video, so apologies for that, for not having a complete set of tests here. What I've been doing today is I've been doing games on the test server in my Super Pershing, and just every time straight, jump into another game. And I think I've done about 5, 6, 7 games, I'm not entirely sure. And I've written down the stats of every single game of every Super Pershing in there. And I'm not the best Super Pershing player, but I'm pretty alright, I have to say. But I figured I'll take everybody into consideration, that way you get a good average and not just my average, because I think I'm, not entirely terrible at the Super Pershing. In this game, I haven't taken a penetrating shot yet, not a single one. So, yeah. The armor not holding up? Well, as I concluded in my previous video, it's only gonna fail now compared to the previous version with the higher penetrations, and that's mostly premium ammo, which already could go through. So not much is gonna change at all. But anyway, so I figured I'll add up all the. I'm just waiting to get a good shot into him there. There we go. I've been adding up all the stats just to see, what. He really can't pay me for shit. Take a look. I'm starting to look pretty perforated here, but yeah, nothing is penned. all spaced armor hits. But anyways, so I've been adding them up to see how much bounces I got, and other people, so just Super Pershing in general, without seeing my games and the enemy team. Just to get a better real life stats. I mean, if I just take mine, then this game would have offset it by quite a bit, because I don't... I'm not gonna spoil it. And he just went full grab berserk mode. Didn't work out for him too well though. And there's only 2 left. A bit of a jitter there. So yeah, we take the last couple of out. Come on, can I get an angle? Can I get an angle? Nope. Not in time before it gets rammed. So, that was that game. Let's take a look at the stats. So, here we are. The amount of money is still completely bugged for me. But, we did a bit of damage here and there to people. Let's take a look. Team score. Didn't score too high. Did 1700 damage. As you can see, I took 9 hits and not a single one penetrated for 1700 points. I have 1500 hit points, so I should have been dead, but I did not take a single pen. As we can see in this one, I took 3 hits, 1 penetrated, 2 bounced, for 1100 potential damage. So the armor doesn't seem to be completely crap. It still seems to function. I still bounce. So, as I said, I made a little diagram here. And keep in mind that this is not just my stats, this is every Super Pershing I came across. So also the losing team, people who got absolutely, well, there's no way of putting it nicely, raped from behind, just everything, just a mix of every single thing. So there's a couple of really poor ones in here, and the other thing is, you gotta realize that this is the test server. And I've heard my fair share of sizzling rounds, which means they're shooting heat. They're shooting APCR. So these statistics here are pretty warped. So this is like the worst case scenario. As you can see here, we bounced, well, everything that I came across, every Super Pershing game, we came across, including the game I just did earlier. It's in there in the middle somewhere. 9 hits, 9 bounces. 62% penned, and 37, almost 38% bounced. So even on the test server, still 1 in 3 shots bounced, including people who got wiped out. Just 4 shots, 4 kill, hits and 4 pens. So this is like the worst case scenario. So every player, even losing ones, losing teams, and on the test server with a lot of people shooting heat rounds and APCR. So worst case scenario, the armor still bounces about 1 in every 3 shots, which still isn't too bad, given that given this is kind of the worst case situation you could be in, I guess. So I think Jingles didn't really take into account that the armor already isn't all that great. But big but there, I have to still do those tests with the roughly 250 millimeters of pen going into the lower hull. I have not tested that yet. So once I get all of those tests done, I should be able to tell you a little bit more. Okay, so here we are with Quill on her AT, what's that thing called? AT25. And I got my Super Pershing. She is shooting the premium APCR round, which has about 243 penetration. So a little bit in the middle, and she actually does manage to pen there. She fired a grand total of 4 shots into my lower and middle hull from 100 meters away. Average distance. And she pens 1 in 4. Now, sadly, the test server closed down, so I couldn't do any more tests on the new Super Pershing to see what's going on with that one. So I can't really directly compare, but given the tests I've done before and what Jingles showed us in his video today, is Yeah, 200 millimeters of pen. Target has what? 203, I think. Can go through. It will bounce on occasion. So is the armor nerfed? Yes, I do believe so now. After seeing that and some more of my own tests, is it nerfed much? Not really. I mean, the 243 millimeters of pen there could already pen. Not reliably, but it could already pen. And at close range, 223 penetration could not get through there at all. In not a single round, unless it was the single-spaced armor. But again, that could already be penned in 8.7, so that's nothing new. So has the armor been nerfed? Yes, slightly. But if the target can now pen reliably, then yes, it has been nerfed, but only to 200 millimeters and up, gun-wise. Anything below that is still gonna have a very hard time penetrating. So yeah, it has been nerfed, but only to guns that have more than 200 pen. And I will need to do more research on the test server once the second version comes up, and we'll compare the results over there and see what happens with the exact same gun, same pen, and see what happens and what differences. So that video I will show to you as soon as the test server comes back up, but for now, this is my continuing quest on finding out how the Super Pershing changed on the test server, and if it's a buff or a nerf. We got some small buffs on it, and the armor seems to be now slightly nerfed, but I still believe that you're not going to see much real-world difference compared to how it is right now. So, we'll see. Just have to angle it. But you already should have angled it, so, you know. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.